Sorry. Had to clear my throat. I hope you're all doing all right. It is Friday. For some reason, my brain switched to thinking it was Wednesday, like an hour ago. For some reason. But I hope you're all doing okay. Hi, Crit. Congrats on getting first sphere. How you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Hope you had a good week. Let me just pull up chat on my phone now. There we go. Sorry, had to cough. I did eat not too long ago. I had some taquitos, so my throat might be a little gunky for a bit tonight. But how are you, Crid? How you doing? Oh, let me lower the camera there. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah. I'm doing okay. I just kind of spent my day watching GDQ and Kumi's stream. Yeah, I had a good day. It was pretty quiet though. Nothing too exciting. It did snow yesterday. It snowed yesterday, so there's snow in the mountains right now. So that was fun. It didn't snow very much, maybe like less than a quarter inch, whatever that is. Is it like a fourth of an inch? But there's snow in the mountains, so that's good. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, I forgot to look at what new anime released today. Was it just one or two? Yeah. The big ones of this anime season have yet to release. Yet we still don't have Free Win. I think that's another week. Or a couple days, like it. Yeah, about a week. And "'Tis Time for a Torture Princess" still hasn't. Season 2 hasn't started for that yet either. I mean, Sentenced to Be Hero is out, and I think that went pretty hard. for like 58 minutes straight. That was a pretty good watch. And then there's some smaller anime that I'm enjoying quite a bit, or so far. Hi, Bun Bunny. Hi, hi. Mwah. How are you, Bun Bunny? Hope you've had a good week. You're doing okay. It's good to hear. I'm doing all right as well. Oh, there's the ad break. I'm so sorry. You got here right as the ad break started. I'm so sorry. Man, that snowman emote's really cute. That's a really cute emote. Is that a hype train emote or is that an unlockable? Oh, it's an unlockable. Okay. Yeah, I think for like a couple of days before Christmas, they were just like, "Oh, you logged in today. Here's where you visited the website. Here's a emote for you." So I think that's how you got them. I don't know. I would just boot up Twitch every day to get the VODs downloaded to upload to YouTube. Be like, here's an emote. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Emotes are so fun. Yeah, I guess I didn't do too many, or um I don't know. I only got hold on. I was just looking at them. Hold on. I got 3. There's a box blep. It's a little dog and a present, a gingerbread man being eaten, and then the snowman. Um, and last year they did the lights blinking and then the dumb AI cat. So I would if I could, if I knew how. But yeah, those first 3 are this year's, and then the last 3 are last year's, or 2 years ago, and those first 3 are last year's. It's super cute. It's very cute. Oh, well, I'll talk about it after the ad break. You don't gotta do that, Bun Bunny, but I can't stop you. I can't stop you. All of the emotes that weren't drawn in MS Paint are because of other people. So, like me in the soup can is from Catch Up the Dragon. The me with heart eyes in the ears is from Zami. She did that as practice. The Wahoo is from my art papa. The head pat was commissioned for me. Like Estrella commissioned it and then gave it to me as a surprise. And then the me being dead was drawn by Tweely, who's a very cute Lamia VTuber. She's very sweet. And she drew that as she asked if she could draw me an emote for her portfolio. And she did the dead one. And all the other ones I drew myself. But welcome back from the ad break, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. Hold on, my uncle texted me. My uncle likes to text me, or one of my uncles likes to text me paleo art he finds on his Facebook feed. This one is Nemegtomaya, an oviraptorid dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous in Mongolia had an estimated length of about 2 meters. So, just a little oviraptor. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me through the ad break. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. So if it's the one wasn't here yesterday, we did 2 streams yesterday. We did a Grand Blue stream with Grizz in the afternoon. Afternoon for me, it was like 9 p.m. for him. And then we did a Monster Hunter stream last night at the regular stream time. And during that stream, Cap, for out of nowhere, contributed $50 towards the 3DO on Throne, on the Throne wish list. And so that means we've hit 2 incentives from the Donathon list from last year or 2 years ago. I think it was that last year? I don't remember. So we're at a total of $160.76. So that means I have to. We were at 118 before. So we did the spicy ramen, we did the puppet making streams, and we did the pre-recorded Thigh Sounds ASMR and the 8-hour long Elden Ring stream. And the first one is play a horror game of chat's choosing. Chat picked Choo Choo Charles. So we played Choo Choo Charles. That game was very frustrating. That game was very frustrating. So now I have to drink coffee on stream. I've never had coffee. I've had tiramisu, but I've never had coffee. I have some MRE coffee. I have some freeze-dried coffee and Nestle Coffee Mate from the MREs we ate on stream like 2 years ago. That's about 2 years ago now. So I have it right here. So on Sunday, during the handcam stream, we'll pour some hot water over this stuff and then mix it up and drink it. I'm not terribly excited, but we'll do it. And then we passed 150, so we have to do another Battle Bean stream with Bear Sister. That the Battle Bean stream was like 2 years ago for sure, at least. It's a game that me, my brother, and a friend from down the street made up using here, let me take this down. We don't need that up anymore. Using Bakugan ramps and Mighty Beans. So it's essentially marbles, but with Mighty Beans. You use I have when I was little, for one of my birthdays, I got a Bakugan starter set with the in like 2008, 2009, with the fold up mat, like those sunshade things you unfurl to put in your windshield. And it came with 4 ramps, and they're crescent shaped, they're curved like a crescent. So when they all touch edges, I was gonna say tips, but that's a little whatever. With the ramps touch tips, they make almost a perfect circle, not quite. And in the back of the ramps, they have little spots that you put your Bakugan in. So in Bakugan, you have 3 Bakugan on your team, at least in the original game. And so you store them on your ramp, and then you roll them off the ramp, onto the magnetic cards, and if you miss the roll or they're defeated, they go on the other side of the ramp in the other three little holes, slots. So each ramp has 6 slots. So what we did was like, well, mighty beans have. So a mighty bean is a plastic, almost like they look like big plastic medicine capsules, and they have a little ball bearing in them. So they kind of do tricks. You can have them do tricks by flicking them, and the ball rolls, and then they do like little head backflips and handstands and all that stuff. And you can have them like, there's play sets where they like climb a set of stairs. They're just little plastic capsules with a metal ball in them, and they have silly characters printed on them, and yeah, so it's basically marbles but with mighty beans, and we added a card game element to it. So everybody at the beginning of the game, we shuffle so the cards. There's the people cards, which are cards in a deck that you shuffle and then give out 6 to every player. It's up to 4 players because there's 4 ramps. If we had like 8, you could probably play with 8 people. That would be a very long game of Mighty Battle Beans. We used to call it Baku Beans, but the only Bakugan element of it is that you roll things off a ramp, or just roll things. So it's more so Battle Beans. Battle Beans feels more appropriate. So the people cards, there's one people card. We call them people cards. I don't know why we decided to call them people cards. But on the back of them is a little stick figure, and it says people card. And on the other side is the name of a corresponding Mighty Bean in my collection, or that we had. So there's 1 card for every Mighty Bean. So you just shuffle those into a little pot in a little deck, then dole them out, 6 to everybody. Then you flip them over, and then you dig out the beans from the bin that you got. But Mighty Beans also dabble in gross out humor. It was 2008, so there's the grocery gang and stuff like that. Those little rubber garbage monsters. Yeah, they were kind of the other side of the Shopkins coin. Anyway, there's kind of the gross out humor in the Mighty Beans. So there's some that are picking their nose and things like that. And a friend from down the street did not like this at all. But at the time, we only had enough beans for 4 players. So every bean would be used in a game of Battle Beans if there were 4 players. But if there were 2 or 3, you could swap out the booger beans or ones that he deemed gross, which is totally fine. I would rather use the Velociraptor bean over the pick and flick bean. So on the people cards of the gross beans, it says tradable or swappable in 2 to 3 player game, because we only had enough beans for 4 players. So if we were playing with 4 and you got the gross booger beans, you were stuck with them. Anyway, so that's the people cards. That's just to give you what Mighty Beans are on your team, and you get 6. And then there are the capsule cards, which are the main cards that you'll be using most of the time. And there's, let's see if I can remember all of them off the top of my head without going and getting them. There's Swift beans, or Swift capsules, grenade capsules, shield capsules, food capsules, drink capsules, precision capsules, undeath capsules. I might be forgetting one. Oh, but there's a bunch. And there's 6 or 8 of each. Of each capsule. So what they do, swift capsules. So when you roll a bean, you roll it into the arena, and it rolls. And if you knock over a bean, that bean's dead, right? Unless it has a shield capsule or food or drink. If a bean would die and you have a shield capsule in your hand, you can play it, and that bean takes no damage or whatever, what have you. And then food or drink basically are extra lives. And you can only have one food and one drink token on a bean on their people card. And there's only so many food and drink tokens. We ruled this because through the years of playing it, people would stack these on one bean and just not roll a bean. I'll get to that later. So that's what shield, food, and drink do. So after you roll a bean, wherever the bean stops rolling, so you want to play on as even a surface as possible. Where the bean stops, you stand them up on his feet, because one side is their head and one side is their feet. You stand them on their feet, while trying not to like bump the table or knock other beans over, because then you have to try and remember where they all were. And then that bean is stuck there, pretty much, unless you have a speed capsules. If you have a speed capsule, that bean can move twice. So a bean can move on your turn. You can move one bean. And when you move a bean, it does a headstand. So you lay it flat and then stand up on its head, then flip it back on its feet in that spot. And that's one movement. And if you play a speed capsule, you can have one of your beans do a somersault. So you do 2 headstands. Whoop, whoop. So, and then there's, the one I forgot was teleport capsules. There's teleport capsules, which you can play and then move a bean one of your beans in the arena anywhere you want. A popular choice is to put a bean in the corner between two ramps, because that spot is very difficult to roll a bean into, and especially hard to knock that bean over because it's against a wall. Sorry, that was me smacking my hands together. I like talking with my hands. Anyway, so a popular choice for a teleport capsule movement is to put them in the corner. That doesn't guarantee safety, but it usually keeps you pretty safe from being rolled over. A lot of beans tend to congregate in the mid to late game, because as you're rolling beans, they hit each other, and then that bean that you rolled, hits like 2 or 3 beans, and then it stops there. So a lot of beans congregate in the center of the arena, which is not ideal. But late game, most of your beans are already rolled. So that's what shield, speed, food, drink, and teleport capsules do. We have talked about precision, grenade, and undeath. So precision, because late game, you're all out, everyone is out of beans to roll, because over the years of playing this game, for over like 10 years, we didn't have a rule where you had to, if you had a living bean in reserves, you had to roll a bean. So people would just roll one bean, put a bunch of food and drink tokens on it whenever they could, and just keep that one bean alive and move it around and kill everybody else. Excuse me. So we had to mandate a rule that you have to roll a bean, and then you can move one bean. You roll and then move. It used to be you roll or move, I think. And it didn't last too long because I think we had a game that lasted like 3 hours. It was torture. um, but precision capsules. So late game, mid to late game, when like half to like when everybody has one or two beans left to roll, depending on turn order, right? Um, how do you win when all the beans are in the arena? You headbutt them. So a bean can make an attack. So you can move, roll, and then you have to roll a bean. Then you can move a bean, and then you can attack. So you attack by having a bean that's adjacent to another one, and you tip it over, not sliding it or anything, as long as it can lay flat on the floor or the surface and touch another bean, like nudge a bean, it can attack that bean. So to make an attack, we roll the Lego Heroica die. Lego Heroica was this Lego theme. There were like little board games, modular board games that you could stick together to make one big adventure, right? And they had a custom die piece that was a cube, but the sides were rubber, and the sides you could, or the corners were rubber, the edges were rubber, and then the sides were just plates that you could swap out. So on the Heroica die, there's a like magical shield symbol. When you roll that in Battle Beans, you re-roll the die. And then on all the other sides, there's two sides with a sword symbol. If you roll the sword, you kill the bean you hit. And then there's two sides with skulls. If you roll a skull, your bean dies. And if you roll the side opposite of the shield is a sword and a skull, both beans die. Unless you have a shield, they have a shield, you have food, drink, they have food, drink. They take a damage. Right? So that's how you kill other beans mid to late game when you're out of beans to roll. And even if you are out of beans to roll, sorry, I was going to segue into what undeath capsules do. Next, we have the grenade capsule. So the grenade capsule is nice because it lets you attack a bean that's a somersault away or two movements away. So if you move your bean, but you use your headstand, and that bean's not close enough to like one in the corner, you can use a grenade to snipe one in the corner, and I didn't even say what precision capsules do. So you roll the die, and depending on what you roll, if you roll a skull, your bean dies, and if you roll a sword, they die. If you roll the shield, you re-roll. If you roll the sword skull side, both beans die. With a precision capsule, you play that when you make an attack, and the hit automatically goes through, and you kill the bean, unless they have a shield. And if they have food or drink, they take the food or drink token away. I hope this is making sense. Probably not, because I can't actually like show you the game pieces. But there is a stream of that on YouTube. The VOD is there. I think it's in the unboxing playlist. I think. It's been so long. It's been a couple of years. So that's what precision capsules do. They're very coveted and very useful, especially used in conjunction with the grenade capsule. So you use the grenade capsule because when you use the grenade, you still roll to attack, to hit, and you can still die if you roll a skull. Your bean can still die from the attack if you roll a skull on your attack. So with the grenade, you hit from a distance, keeping your bean safe from being like headbutted if they, whatever. So you use the grenade, then use the precision, they're dead. You did go through 2 cards in your hand. There's a reason you want to go through cards in your hand. So that's precision and grenade. Now, undeath is probably the most useful capsule besides precision, where you play an undeath capsule and it lets you revive one of your previously defeated beans. So when a bean dies, you return it back to its slot behind the ramp, but upside down, standing on its head, so you understand that. So you can see at a glance it's dead. When you use an undeath capsule, you flip it back on its feet, and then you would have to roll it, because if it's your last living bean anyway. So into late game, you can still roll beans to kill beans with undeath capsules. They're useless if you don't have any dead beans, though. Well, not entirely. So that's what all the capsules do. And there should be, I think there's 8 of each capsule, 8 of each card in the deck. Everyone shares the deck. Now, a hand size, you have 3 cards in your hand. That's max hand size. Now, during the stream with my sister and Teto, I taught Teto how to play the game over Discord. It was kind of, he played with me and my sister over Discord. It was kind of a mess. But, so we had to make a rule where, it was probably already a rule, but you can only play a card from your hand if you started your turn with that card. Because if you could just go through the deck if you wanted. And the reason you don't want your opponent doing that is because when you get 3 of the same capsule in your hand, so you could be holding on to 2 undeath capsules and have dead beans, but you only need 1 more undeath capsule to have 3 of the same capsule. And when you do have 3 of the same capsule cards, you trade them in, put them in the discard, and then you get to draw from the ultra card deck, which are double the size. They're about maybe closer to tarot size comparing card sizes here. They're not that tall or anything, but there's, I think, 10 or 11 of them, and most of them suck. But some of them are very, very good. So you trade them in, and then you take the you just take the ultra card off the top of the ultra card deck. And I think during the stream with my sister and Teto, I think we had 2 or 3 ultra card draws, which was like a record. I don't remember the last time that happened. You can go games without anyone drawing an ultra card. And so there's a handful. I probably don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but most of them are useless. There's the out of control hose, which you place anywhere in the arena you want, and it forces beans within a somersault away to move a somersault away from it. So you use it, and you can make all the beans in the center disperse if you wanted, or to get a bean out of the corner, you can do that too. Then there's the mud puddle, which you put in the arena, and if a bean rolls through it, they have to stop, be placed standing on the mud puddle. So it's also nice. It's very mean, but you could put it in front of someone's ramp, which would be very mean. Oh, and when you roll a bean, sorry, I completely spaced this, but when you roll your bean off your ramp, if you knock over one of your own beans, you have to re-roll. So you could roll your bean, knock over like 2 or 3 opposing beans, but then domino effect, your bean behind them gets knocked over, and then everybody gets reset up, and then you roll again. I don't remember why that rule exists, but probably so rolling beans doesn't feel so bad. It's there for a reason, I'm sure. 12-year-old me probably put it there for some reason. So there's the out of control hose, the mud puddle, and then the last of the trio of cards you put in the arena is the toxic waste puddle. And if a bean rolls through it or lands in it, they die. It's one of those two. I think they have to stop in it, and then they die. So I have yet to have a game happen where the out of control hose, the mud puddle, and the toxic waste are all active. But that sounds like a nightmare. So the out of control hose is not very exciting at all. The mud puddle can be kind of nice, but it's not very good late game because not very many beans are being rolled. And the toxic waste is just kind of nasty. If you put it opposite somebody's, you could put it in front of somebody's ramp, because if there's no beans in the center, most of the time they roll down your ramp and then up the opposite ramp and then back towards you. So you could, you could do some damage with the toxic waste. And then there's a miscellaneous couple of ultra cards that are just kind of terrible. There's the motorcycle, which gives you the motorcycle token, which you give to a bean, put it on their people card, and then that bean permanently can do somersaults whenever you move it. So it's like a permanent speed capsule, which can be useful. But that one still feels bad because there's like two or three, one or two. There's like two ultra cards that are like, you get this, you kind of win. And then there's the retriever robot, which you place in the middle, you place in the arena, and then you have it target another bean, and then it drags that bean towards one of your beans of your choosing. So it's useful for getting beans out of the corner without risking attacking if you want to try to roll them over. But that's all it does. Then there's the chocolate man, which I made. It's very bad. You put it in the arena. It's a little token. You put it in the arena, and then all the beans within somersault distance roll towards it, and then have to attack it. And it has 2 health. It's not very good. And I made it on lined paper instead of like printer paper, so I probably just need to take it out. It's not very good. And then so those are all like the bad to mediocre ones. And then the last 3, if you get, you are immediately like, everybody wants to like defeat you. So the first one is the Sword of Doom. It has auto hit as 4 auto hit charges. So you give it has the Sword of Doom token you give to one of your beans. So you really don't want that bean to die, unless you can revive him later with undeath capsules. Because whenever that bean attacks, the Sword of Doom activates, auto hits, and then just kills the bean it hits, unless they have a shield. It's good, but it only has 4 charges, so it's better than most of all the other ones we've talked about. If not, is better than all the other ones we talked about. Sorry, I don't know if this is relaxing. I just started yapping. I apologize. So that's the Sword of Doom. Then there's the Razor Sword, which is just auto kill with no charges. I don't know why we made it. I think my brother wanted to make it. And it's like this gnarled sword with like thorns and teeth and blades on it. And you give it to a bean, and whenever that bean attacks, they're just dead. The target of their ire, of that bean's ire, is dead. So it's just an objectively better Sword of Doom. And then there's the Death Ray gun, which I think has 2 uses. I don't think it's infinite uses like the Razor Sword. And it shoots a line the width of your finger to till it hits the wall of a ramp, the wall of the arena, and it kills all the beans in that line the width of your finger. So it's better if you're old than when you're like a little kid in elementary, because your finger's wider. We use our pointer finger. So you like, and it also has a token you give to a bean. So you place your knuckle, the base knuckle of the pointer finger on top of your bean, and then anything you point your finger, anything it points to is dead in a straight line. And I think it has 2 uses. I think. And then there's one more that was a recent addition, relatively, where you use it and you get a mega bean. So in 2017 or 2018, I think it was 2018, Moose, the company that makes Mighty Beans, they were relaunched Mighty Beans, but they're squatter and wider, more like a Weeble Wobble than a pill. And so you would get one of those until I got some Mighty Beans for my birthday, or we just opened some. I don't remember when it was. I think it was to celebrate a milestone, a stream milestone. We got a mega bean because in the 08 run, you could get squatter wider beans with a bigger ball bearing in them, so they're heavier. I think they're heavier. I think they have a bigger ball bearing, and they just kind of tumble more than roll. So you play that ultra card and you get that bean to just roll. You get a 7th bean essentially. Yeah. So there's that. I think that's everything. Hi, Maury. Sorry, were you here this whole time with me yapping about a little game I made when I was 11? I was in elementary still. And we hit the incentive towards the 3DO to do another Battle Bean stream with my sister. So I haven't seen my sister at all today. So I'll have to ask her tonight. Anyway, the game is real. If you want to watch it be played, that VOD is on YouTube. You'll have to dig a little for it. It's very scuffed hand cam. And it's just very scuffed because I had my sister sitting next to me talking to me. I was overwhelmed. I was very overwhelmed that stream because I had it's not Teto's fault, but I had Teto in my ears in a Discord call while I'm sharing my camera with him, so he doesn't have to deal with stream latency on his turns. So I have my sister talking to me, and then I have chat, and chat. Bread was there for that stream, and he was picking on me a lot. It's like, oh, he's ignoring us. He's ignoring us because I was very overwhelmed. And my sister was like, hey, they're talking to you. And then J Bent and Chang, I think. That's why J Bent has 30 gifted subs on the channel. That stream, it was J Bent and Chang had a gift sub war with each other. J Bent had won that night, I think, and now Chang has 54 gifted subs on here. But yeah, the stream was very overwhelming. I don't know how well it is as a viewing experience, but if you want to watch Battle Beans be played, it's the only video of Battle Beans on the internet because it was a child of mine, my friends, and my brother's brains. Anyway, I think last time I played it was around Christmas 2 years ago, I think. And my sister won. She wins a lot. She's very good at the game. She's very good. She's very honest. My sister's very quiet. She's very like me, except when I'm not streaming. And then she just kicks your butt. Like, she's very good at the game. So I need to ask her if and when she wants to do that. My other sister, I know, wanted to play on the stream. So, but I don't know if I have space because my desk is shaped like an L, and I was using my little IKEA side table, so there's only really space for me and my sister, really. But we'll see. We'll see. And also, I've drank coffee, so we'll do that on Sunday. I've never had coffee. But I'm doing good, Maury. I'm doing good. I had a pretty slow day. I just kind of watched Twitch all day, and played some Pokemon. But yeah, I can get you fast scratchers. I'm sorry, that was okay. It was only 3 minutes ago. It was not 15. Hopefully, you're still conscious to hear the scratches. Sorry, I thought I had a hangnail. Nope. My nails are grown in at this point. I will probably need to cut them on Monday. So, it is prime tappies tonight and Sunday. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, so all you need to play Battle Beans is 24 beans. They don't make them anymore. The 2018 run only lasted like a year, I think, and they're not really shaped. They're not long enough or anything to like really be conducive to what I and my siblings come to expect out of Battle Beans. They're too wobbly. They're not long enough or skinny enough to make like a consistent roll. They're too short. So you'd have to source your beans off of like eBay or thrift stores. But you'd need at most 24. You'd only need 12 if you just want to play with 2 people. We use the Bakugan ramps from the Bakugan starter set from like 2008. Not everybody has those ramps, so you could just make some ramps out of a couple pieces of cardboard. I imagine that would work too, but the arena would be square shaped, which would make beans make it easier for beans to stay safe in corners. Because the Bakugan ones are curved, so you can roll at an angle if you wanted to. If you have a printer, you could probably 3D print something. Or maybe make some out of like you curve a paper plate or something, cut up a paper plate. I don't know. You could do that too. But all you need to play is those, and then you can come up with whatever capsules and ultra cards you want. Yeah. When we made it, we're like, should we send this in to like the people that make this and see if they like? I don't know. So we never did. I don't know if it would have gone anywhere, but it's a very fun game. It'd be very frustrating as well. I guess it's our my siblings' equivalent of like playing Monopoly. I don't know. Maybe not that bad as Monopoly, but when one player gets ahead, they kind of get ahead. It depends on what cards you draw. If a specific player draws lots of the food and drink capsules, that gives your beans extra lives or damage buffers before they actually die. That can get a little frustrating if one player in particular gets a bunch of those, and undeath capsules especially, because you're like, they only have 1 bean left. Undeath capsule, and then they have 2 beans, and then you're like, oh man. So depending, the game could just go on in infinitum forever, because when the capsule deck runs out, you just shuffle the discard pile and then flip it over and start drawing from that again, like in Uno. Except in Uno, I think you just flip it over, right? I think. I don't know. I've played a lot of Uno. We played it like every day after everybody, our friend group was done eating lunch in high school. We went up to the school library and just played Uno. My cousin had 2 jumbo Uno decks, like jumbo as in the cards were big. Not as big as the new big Uno cards. I think those ones are bigger. And so this was around the time Uno just added those like 4 blank wild cards, so you could write your own rule on them, and then the example one with swap hands. And I think we ruled that when you played the blank wild card, it was just a draw 4, or you could make it a draw 4, or swap hands. I think that's what we did. And I think somebody had to draw like 48 cards, because we ruled that you can stack +2s and +4s, and you could play a skip turn to just cancel the draw out, which was handy on wild cards if the +4s if they picked the color. You had a skip turn, you play that, cancels the draw. Or you could play a reverse, and then you make the person that just played the +4 or whatever draw. And so on. So I think somebody ended up drawing over 30 cards. And then they played a bunch of cards because they had a ton of options. They had a ton of card advantage in terms of drawing the rest of the blank wild cards and the +4s and stuff like that. So anyway, I played a lot of Uno. We played a ton of Uno. I played enough for a lifetime, I think. We played it like every day. It was so much Uno. I love that gif of the cat eating the chips. It's so cute. Sorry, I got distracted. Here's some fast scratches, Maury. I'm sorry. I haven't asked Tato in a while if he's managed to play a game of Battle Beans. I think he said he tried. But yeah, the 2008 run of Mighty Beans, I went into like 2012, I think, or I think as late as 2011, into 2011. They had a ton of crossovers. They had a ton of licensed Mighty Beans. There was Disney Cars, Star Wars, Marvel. This was before Disney bought Marvel. No, it might have been like right before they did, and it was before they bought Star Wars. So Disney Cars, Ninja Turtles, Star Wars. They did Pokemon. I think there's some Simpsons ones. The Pokemon ones are like, if you have a sealed thing, 3-pack of Pokemon Mighty Beans, that thing's worth some money. Even like the loose, scuffed up Pokemon Mighty Beans go for quite a bit. It was around Gen 3, so Ruby and Sapphire. think there were a couple others. I can't remember right now. I actually managed to find some Star Wars Mighty Beans in a like it's it's a store in the mall where you can like trade stuff in and then get like credit or something. So they just have a bunch of random collectibles and comics and stuff. And they had a 4-pack of Star Wars Mighty Beans. It was one of the ones where it had a window with a bean in it that you could turn the blister pack, and the bean would roll and do flips inside the thing, so you could watch it do tricks. I pulled Chewbacca, Princess Leia, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul. And I think Princess Leia or Darth Maul is a rare. I think Princess Leia is a rare. And Darth Maul is an uncommon, or the other way around. So that was exciting. That was pretty exciting. It was not like factory sealed. It had been opened and was taped closed. Either because the glue that stuck the plastic to the cardboard backing dried up or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, that was a fun birthday. Anyway, I hope these scratches are okay for you, Maury. Sorry, I'm getting distracted quite a bit here. But yeah, so we will be doing another Battle Bean stream at some point. I need to ask my sister when and if she wants to do that. I'm glad you enjoy my ramblings, Maury. I'm glad you do. Excuse me, sorry, goodness. So all the like brand tie-in beans, or all their own sets. So the Ninja Turtles, I think, was a smaller set, but you had, and it was based on the 2003 cartoon, where they go, there's time travel stuff in that show and things. They go. All I remember from that is they go to the future, and there's a robot guy. But they all have their own sets too. So, um, yeah, I think the Ninja Turtles one is kind of short, but oh, I completely. I just had I don't know, there was an epiphany, or I don't know what you call it, but when we started playing Grand Blue, I was like, yeah, my only real experience with fighting games is Smash Bros. And Naruto Clash of Ninja 2. I completely forgot about Rivals of Aether. Completely forgot about that game. Man, completely forgot about that game. There's a sequel now. I think that came out a year or two ago now. I've heard good things, but it's 3D, which is very cool. But man, all the modded characters for Rivals of Aether, they were really cool. We had a game night of friends, and we played Rivals of Aether through a Steam Deck, uh, and we just played we just went. He had this big long list of all these modded characters. Just walked to all of them. There was a lamppost character, like a stoplight, and it crashed the game. I don't remember what he did, but it crashed the game, and yeah, it was really fun. Like those, I think it's Alpha Rad would do like modded Arrivals of Aether videos, and like the ones with Ronald McDonald. Man, those were something else. I miss those. He did a series where he would set up like a tournament in Smash Bros. Ultimate when the game was, fairly new, and every participant would be like a level 9 CPU, and so he would just do this tournament with level 9 CPUs, and um, through like you could tell like certain characters had better AI than others at level 9, and there was this rash of videos where Rosalina and Ken were like the two best characters, level 9 CPUs for like a couple of videos, and then with an update or patch, they got nerfed. It was Those were very exciting. Just watching computer players beat each other up. It's really exciting because like you could make stories about like, oh, Rosalina and Ken, oh my god. Sorry about the sniffles. I don't know why, but my nose is a little stuffy. Give me one moment. I need to blow my nose real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Oh shoot, we have another ad break starting now. Sorry. I got completely lost in the apps. I apologize. Um, well, the ad break goes on. My uncle sent me another piece of paleo art. Let's see. Oh, it's Deinonychus. Deinonychus is very cool. Deinonychus, a dromaeosaurid theropod dinosaur that lived during the early Cretaceous in North America. These carnivores were about 3.4 meters long and had a large sickle-shaped talon on the second toe of each hind foot. And it's art of uh, two running around in what looks like a swamp or a marsh of some kind. I don't know, or maybe after a forest fire. The art is very gray. Sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time. Um, yeah. Deinonychus is a very important animal. We've talked about why it is important before. Um, so, I gotta do some googling here to make sure I get some dates right. But Deinonychus, and if you don't know this, I'd be surprised. But um, Deinonychus is the with the Velociraptors in the first Jurassic Park movie and going forward were inspired by. Deinonychus is larger than Velociraptor. Velociraptor itself is maybe the size of a turkey or a large chicken. They're very small little guys. Um, but Velociraptor, I'm pretty sure the author of the books said that he picked Velociraptor, even though it's not accurate, but Velociraptor is a more dramatic name than Deinonychus and easier to pronounce too. um, but Deinonychus is a very important animal uh, in discoveries that has helped greatly shape our image of what dinosaurs are and were. Um, whoops. When was Deinonychus discovered? I'll just open up the Deinonychus Wikipedia, excuse me, article. Deinonychus was. Welcome back from your break, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you, thank you. We're talking about dinosaurs now. Surprise, surprise. Um, let's see. So Deinonychus was about 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 foot 10 inches to 11 feet 2 inches in length, with about a 16-inch long skull and 2.9 feet at the hip. So a pretty sizable animal compared to Velociraptor. Most of that length is, of course, the tail. But let's see. I guess we could just read the Wikipedia article. But Deinonychus, and I'm no expert. I'm just regurgitating what I've heard on the internet, learned through documentaries and such. But before we discover Deinonychus, the popular image of dinosaurs were large, plodding, lazy animals that just kind of wallowed in mud all day. Um, like sauropods were thought to have been so large that they had to have like stayed partly submerged in water just to support their own weight, which we now know is ridiculous. um, but that was the thought at the time. We thought they went extinct because they were, you know, lazy, dumb animals with small brains and whatever, right? That was the image. They were slow, plodding, dumb animals. Um, and then we found Deinonychus, which is not big and large and fat. It's actually very small and kind of looks like it's built like a bird and has this wicked claw on the second toe of its foot. So it just completely changed. It's what started the dinosaur renaissance and then inspired Jurassic Park and things like that. It completely changed our image of what dinosaurs are. Like there's that painting of the two, uh, they're Deinonychus, but you know the two raptors fighting. There's one on its back on the ground, and then there's one in the air pouncing on it. Right, that one. I can picture it in my head just fine, but that one, those are Deinonychus fighting. I'm pretty sure. So if I'm talking really fast, I get excited about this kind of stuff. Anyway, sniffers for Maury. You got it, Maury. I hope this helps you sleep. I don't know if I'm being quiet. I don't know if I'm being very quiet. All right, let's get you some sniffers. All right, just a couple more, and I need to take a break. Okay, I gotta take a break. We could do some more in a minute or two. Thank you for the redeem, Maury. Hopefully those sniffers were worthy of your ears. I'm I'm glad you listened to the yamps during work. Oh my goodness! I don't think you're supposed to listen to ASMR when working. At least I hope your work doesn't involve large machines or construction equipment. At least. But thank you, boy. That's very sweet of you. Sorry for the crackles and pops. Of the filter. You're a barista. Oh, what can I talk about? Oh, thank you, Bori. I, I always worried that when with you yap heavy streams or yap heavy ASMR, like, well, I didn't really do anything. I didn't do like tappies or ice globes or anything but yapping and fuzzy sounds. So sometimes I feel a little bad when we do that. Well, I'm glad you're not operating any heavy machinery while listening to ASMR. I would read the Deinonychus Wikipedia page, but I think we need to just dedicate a stream to that. It is very long. It's very long. It's about maybe as long, maybe not as long as the Brontosaurus article, but that also just took us like 2 or 3 hours to read because we kept getting rated. The ASMR stream was like 4 to 5 hours long. It was it was very sweet that people rated us, but we just kept going later and later because of the raids, and that just ended up meaning we were like the only person for mutuals to raid. We're streaming ASMR, so we just kept going. The Brontosaurus Wikipedia article is a very good read too. It's very good. If you need something to read for like 20-30 minutes, I don't know, depending on how fast you read. Um, it's very good. If you need something to read while like eating lunch or something, it's a good option, and it's free. It's free, and it made me chuckle a couple times. It made me chuckle a couple times. Oh, Maury, we're drinking coffee for the first time on Sunday. I am. I've had tiramisu, so I think I know what it tastes like. Maybe. I know what it smells like because I my gym teacher in junior high, or maybe one or both of them, had coffee because I one year I got stuck with gym the first class of the day. That sucked. That sucked. But they always had like a mug of coffee or whatever, and it was certainly an aroma. I get. I have some freeze dried coffee and Nestle Coffee Mate, the original, from an MRE that we ate on stream like 2 years ago. So it's just been sitting on my shelf next to my Nintendo 64 cartridges, waiting for this moment. So I have a packet of freeze dried coffee. It's Bill's Brew and Coffee Mate. So that's what we'll be drinking. It's probably not a good experience for your first coffee, but it's what I've got. I have a little packet of creamer. I have a little packet of Nestle Coffee Mate. Um, the MRE does come with little packets of sugar too, but I don't have those anymore. So, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, but that'll be on Sunday's Handcam stream. So we'll be doing that, and then at some point we'll be playing Battle Beans with Bear's sister. Make it super sugary. Oh, okay. No, I've never had coffee. Um, like I don't even drink like caffeinated soda. I'm okay with just give me a can A&W or a mug. I'm good. I'll even take store brand. Um, so I don't know if I'll drink the whole thing, because when I do have an energy drink or something like that, my heart goes right. That's my heart beating. So I don't know if we'll drink the whole thing because I want to go to bed tonight. So or that night. But it'll only be like 6 or 8 ounces of liquid. But I don't know. Does it tell you? Does it have the caffeine? No. Does not have the caffeine count in it. So I'm probably not going to drink the whole thing. But yeah. But I've never had coffee. If you've been here, if whoever's listening to this has been here for a while, I was raised Mormon, so I've just never had it. It was the devil's bean juice. Because coffee will keep you out of heaven, effectively. Not like drinking coffee will like damn you or anything. But it's on the word of wisdom, which Joseph Smith wrote as like a dietary guideline. And he's like, oh, avoid hot drinks, because I guess there was a thought at the time that those would like hurt your throat or something like that. I don't know. Coffee is not specifically named, I think, or maybe it is. I think it's tea and coffee and other hot drinks. But we drink plenty of hot chocolate, so it's just a really dumb, silly rule designed to test how obedient you are. But it's a question. So you have to get into like Mormon heaven. You have to go through the Mormon temple to get your ordinances and blessings and stuff like that. And to do that, you have to answer. You have to do an interview with your bishop, which is the leader of your local congregation, which is a volunteer position. They're not paid at all. So you sit in a room alone with him, starting from like age 12, which has its own problems alone with that. And then he's like, oh, it asks you a bunch of questions if you have a testimony that Joseph Smith is a prophet and this is the restored gospel of Jesus Christ and all that stuff. And then he asks you, do you follow the word of wisdom, which names coffee. There's other things in the word of wisdom, like Joseph Smith specifically says to only eat meat in times of winter or hardship. Like just avoid meat as much as possible, unless it's winter, because you can't grow food. Things like that. And we do not do that. Mormons really love their barbecues and potlucks, especially pulled pork. At least my local congregation did, or does. Anyway, so coffee itself, like just drinking it, won't like damn you to like Mormon hell or whatever. But it will keep you out of the highest degree of Mormon heaven. Anyway, so that's why I never had coffee, because it was like a no. It was equivalent to like drinking alcohol in my brain. Like it's like bad. And so little me being taught all this stuff was like, oh, the people who drink coffee are like the bad people and all this. Now I don't care. My first job kind of like drilled that into me, like you can drink coffee and like chew, like do chew and stuff like Zins, and not be a bad person. So, and that was after I graduated high school. I was like, oh, you could swear and not be a bad person, but you still shouldn't swear. That kind of thing. So, anyway, I just never had coffee. And then when I was working at Walmart, I've told this story before multiple times. But uh, before I went home after my shift at Walmart, um, I looked at the like the cakes and stuff, and there was a discounted tiramisu, and I texted my mom because I didn't know what a tiramisu was. I think I'd heard the word tiramisu, but I'd never like seen one, let alone eaten one. And it was like a sheet cake tiramisu. I don't know if there's different kinds of tiramisu, but it was like this chunk of tiramisu that looked like it was cut out of a sheet and put on the tray, because there's no corners. It looked like it was just a big piece of sheet cake. So I texted my mom. I was like, "What is tiramisu? Like, what is this? Is it any good?" And she's like, "Oh, it's made with coffee." I was like, "Oh," but at this point, I stopped attending or believing or anything in Mormonism itself. It's like, oh, whatever, I'll try it. So I bought it to get home and try it myself. But it's not drinking coffee, right? It's a cake, so uh, you know, you get around that. So I brought it home, and I remember uh, I set it down on the stove, the countertop, and then everybody kind of like came to the kitchen, and like they all like surrounded it, staring at it like some exotic animal. Like, um, it just brought in like a really pretty pheasant. I don't know, just like some fancy exotic thing, and they're like, oh, it's just, it's a very funny image. Anyway, it was pretty good. Um, and then so I would buy one every once in a while, and my brother liked it too, so I would let him have some. And I was at work. I was like on my lunch or something, and my brother texted me. He was like, "Hey, this expires. The tiramisu expires tomorrow. Can I eat some?" Or in a couple of days. I was like, "Yeah, sure, you can have some." Thinking he'll have a piece or two because there's more than half of it left. I was like, "Okay, he'll eat some, and then I can go home and eat some cake." So I get home, and he ate the whole thing. It was like there was like not even a quarter of it had been eaten, I think. There was a ton of it left, and he ate all of it. Um, and I remember he said he felt terrible, like he did not feel well after doing it. um, anyway, so yeah, I was just over at coffee, and I don't know if it's because I've abstained from caffeine for so long, but when I do have it, um, I don't like how it makes me feel. So, we're probably not going to finish this coffee, but we'll see. I'm already hyper enough when we stream, right? I get the streamer high, and then I crash after the stream. But I don't need the coffee to like wake up for a stream or anything. You just need to chug some water in the morning, and you're good to go. At least for me. So the story as to why coffee is forbidden. I don't know if this is true. It's what I've heard. I don't know if this is like historically accurate, but so when Joseph Smith started the church, started Mormonism, the small congregation would meet in his house, him and his wife were living in his father-in-law's place, I think, or maybe they had their own house at this point. I don't know. I don't remember. Hi, Mooney. Mwah. But they would meet in their house, and they chewed tobacco, and there was a spittoon in the room, and they had terrible aim. So Emma, Joseph's wife, was like, "Hey, can you guys like stop chewing tobacco in the house? I hate having to scrub the floors after every meeting." And Joseph was like, "Fine. If we can't have our tobacco, you can't have your coffee." That's the story. I don't know if that's true, but it's funny. Hi, Mooney. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. You want good girl and then tappies? Okay. And inaudible whispers. Okay. Sorry. But good to see you, Mooney. Hope you get some good sleeps. Hope you had a good week. Here's a good girl, Mooney. Here's our good girl. Mooney. Thank you for lurking and chatting and spending time with us on the streams. Thank you, thank you. You worked very, very hard this week. And I'm very, very proud of you. Good girl, Moody. Good girl. You're a very, very good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Good girl, Moody. Good girl. Oh, look at you. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Good girl, Moody. Good girl. Look at you. Such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Good girl, Moody. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Thank you, Mooney. Thank you for the good girl redeems here. Thank you. Which box would you like me to tap on, sweetheart, if you're still here? Or still conscious? I have the Gunpla box, the little Lego box, and the Mega box, which I have right here. We haven't tapped on this too much. My nails have grown in a little, so we can see what this thing sounds like now. This is the back side of this box. This box opens like a clamshell. If that makes a difference, I don't know. Sorry. Okay, so that's the back side of this box. It's the front. Sound any different? The instruction booklet and a couple extra pieces are still in here. So it does make different sound depending on if the maybe not. Oh, it does. So we get a more hollow sound here with the instruction booklet not leaning against the side of the box we're tapping on, like this. And we get a denser sound. When it is. Physics. Is that physics? It's probably got something to do with physics, right? Friction, vibrations. I don't know if this one has as good scratchies. I think the Gunpla box still has the best scratchies, but Hi, Blue. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I had a pretty slow day. I watched GDQ all day, pretty much. Yeah, and some other streams, and played some Pokemon. Today was actually a really cold day. But we did lots of yaps today. I yapped about Battle Beans for like an hour. It's a game me, friend that used to live down the street, and my younger brother came up with when we were like, me and my friend were like 10 or 11, and my brother is 2 years younger than me. It's like marbles, but with mighty beans. Um, because yes, I talked about it today because last night, Cap, Caparian Soul, contributed $50 towards the 3DO on Throne. That got us past 2 incentives on the Donathon rewards thing here I made like 2 years ago. So we're up to 168. So now I have to try coffee on stream. I've never had coffee, so I'm going to drink coffee for the first time in my life on Sunday. I have some MRE'd freeze-dried coffee and some coffee made. And then we passed 150, so we have to do another Battle Bean stream with my sister. We did a Battle Bean stream a couple years ago. That VOD is up on YouTube. I think it's it's probably in the unboxings one or one shots, but I'm not sure. Hi, Rinako. Let me put this box down for a second. Hi, Rinako. Thank you for the raid, sweetheart. Thank you. How you doing? How was your stream? There you go. Please go follow Rinako if you're not already. They're very sweet. They're very cute. They have a very nice voice. They're very cozy. They're very cozy streams. Very cozy streamer. Please give Rinako some love. Please. And thank you. Madam Guinevere. I think did I get that first try? Oh my goodness. Thank you for coming with the right, Madam Guinevere. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. I'm doing good, Nicole. I'm doing good. I did lots of yapping today. Uh, we yapped about a board game like me, a friend, and my younger brother made up when we were like 10, involving ramps from a Bakugan starter set, and this is like 2009, maybe a little later than that, 2011, 2012, using ramps from the Bakugan starter set and Mighty Beans and handmade cards. It's a very fun game. I explained how it's played earlier tonight for like 30-40 minutes, and then we yapped about Deinonychus for a second, and then coffee. But I'm doing okay, Rinako. I'm doing okay. I'm doing some tappies right now because Mooney requested some, and then I need to do some inaugural whispers after that. But welcome, Rangers. Welcome. Let me do my spiel. If you don't know me, I'm Ketchup the Bear, your local Teddy Variety streamer. I do ASMR like this every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And we do handcam ASMR on Sundays. People seem to really like the handcam ASMR. I think because there's thighs in those streams, maybe not. I don't know. And the rest of the week we play games. Lately, our game rotation is so on Mondays we're doing a bonus handcam streams as I put together this dinosaur museum little fake Lego book nook I got for Christmas. We got through the first chunk of it earlier this week, so we'll do more of that on. Hi Mooney. So we'll do more of that on Monday. There will be thighs in that stream as well. On Tuesdays, we've been playing Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, learning how to play fighting games. I'm having a blast with it so far. Every Thursday, I moved Monster Hunter Rise streams to Thursdays. They used to be on Mondays. They'll go back to being on Mondays when we're done with this book nook. That'll probably be a couple weeks. And every Saturday, we play an old Sega game off the Sega Genesis Classics collection, at least for 2 more weeks. This weekend is Sega Saturday 54 out of 55. So we have 2 more Sega Saturdays left. They've been pushed back a couple weeks, so we would have been done by now if I didn't get sick or have plans on Saturdays. So we have 2 left. We started Sega Saturdays in November of 2024, so it's been over a year. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with Saturday streams when we're done. So we have 2 games left. This weekend is Wonder Boy 3 Monster Lair, and then the last Sega Saturday game is also a Wonder Boy game. It's Wonder Boy in Monster World. I've never played them. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Yeah, the most recent Sega Saturday was Virtua Fighter 2, which was an interesting experience after playing Grand Blue. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid, Binaco. Please do not worry about sticking around. Take care of yourself. Get some food. Get some water. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to take your meds. Take your vitamins. Please do not worry about sticking around. Take care of yourself. And Raiders, thank you for supporting Minaco. And Minaco's content, they're very sweet. They deserve all the love. And if you enjoy the content, please consider giving us a follow. It'd mean a lot. We recently passed 980 follows, so we are eerily close to 1K. When we get to 1K, I think we'll do another 3DO Donathon celebration thing. Maybe 3 12-hour streams back to back, or every day, or maybe we'll try a 24-hour stream. I don't know. I don't know if I could handle that. I'm very EP. I need my EPs, and I want to give my computer a break. Anyway, thank you for coming with the Raiders. I appreciate it a lot. Let me drink some water, and we'll go back to your tappies, Mooney. Thank you for being patient with me, sweetheart. I appreciate it. But do you like the tappies on this Mega Bloks box, or would you like me to go back to the Gunpla box for the rest of your tappies, or the Lego box? She might have passed out again. All right. We'll just keep going with the Mega Bloks box. Make some pretty sharp sounds here. Almost keyboard clacky like a keyboard. Maybe a little more hollow than the keyboard though. Excuse me. Sorry. Probably loud. Yeah, I hope you had a good stream, Nicole. Hope you had a good stream, sweetheart. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a good one. I was gonna ask if you were playing Donkey Kong, but that was months ago. Sound kind of reminds me of the THX sound intro thing in like the movie theaters, DVDs. Or some sci-fi machine booting up where you're going through slip space. Maybe a race car engine. Anyway, I don't know if that sounded good. I hope that did. Because I did it quite a bit. All right. Sorry about that. It's like a terrible rain stick. Let me get you your inaudible whispers now, Mooney. Thank you for the redeems. Thank you. Hi, CJ. Hi, sweetie. I'm doing okay. We had lots of yapping today. You missed out on the yaps if you want yaps. if you came for some yaps. Probably we still have, I think I still have some left in the tank, but I just said this, so I apologize to anybody listening to the VOD. I've said this like 5 times tonight. But if you listen regularly, you're used to it. So last night, Caparian sold contributed $50 towards the 3DO on the Throne wish list. So that got us past 2 more incentives. The 125, which is drink coffee on stream. I've never had coffee before, so I'll be drinking coffee on Sunday. I have some freeze-dried coffee and Coffee Mate from the MREs we ate like 2 years ago, so I'm sure it's still good. It's freeze-dried. I guess we'll look at the creamer before we put it in the coffee, but it should be fine. And then we passed 150, so we're at a total of $168.76. So it gets us past 150 as well, which is another Battle Beans stream with my sister. So if you've been around for like 2 years or a year and a half or whatever, you might remember when I had to stream a hand cam stream with my sister. We played a board game with Teto in a Discord call. It's called Battle Beans. It's an invention of mine, friends, and my younger brother's minds when we were like 11 years old. We used to call it Baku Beans, Battle Beans. It's called Baku Beans because it incorporates elements of Bakugan and marbles, but the marbles are mighty beans. The Bakugan part is that you roll things off a ramp, and the ramps come from the Bakugan starter kit from like 2009, 2008. That was a good birthday. Anyway, I yapped about how that game works earlier tonight. I've done so before. Anyway, I guess I can show you guys the Battle Beans stuff on Sunday after we drink coffee. And then we yapped about Deinonychus, the dinosaur, and then coffee, and why I've never had it before. And now we're here. But how are you, CJ? Hope you're doing okay. I do need to do some inaudible whispers for Mooney now. We are coming up on the 2-hour mark, so if anyone has any trigger requests, smooch redeems, good girl, good boy requests, please get those in soon, so I get those to you. If Emmy is still alive, we'll be rating Emmy tonight, because Minari is streaming Mario Kart tonight, so she is not a raid option for us tonight. Okay. Yep. We might look to see if there's anyone new. That we can raid, but we'll see. All right. Thank you for being patient with me, Mooney. Here's your inaudible whisper, sweetheart. Also, it is Friday, so I did post this on Twitter and Blue Sky today. If you're interested in that kind of thing, there are new fight pics on Twitter and Blue Sky. At your earliest convenience. They are there. If you want to see those. It is Friday, I did remember. That Battle Beans stream VOD is up on YouTube. It's either in the unboxing playlist or demos and one-shots. I think I put it in demos and one-shots. It should be in that playlist. Should be. We do have the last night break. In about 4 minutes. We
likes every hour on the hour, just to keep heroes away, because they make browsing Twitch terrible, even worse than it already is. But as this is an ASMR stream with a sexual content label on it, you probably won't get ads. Or probably not the whole 3 minutes.
All right. There you go, Mooney. Thank you for the redeem swear. Thank you. There's your inaudible whispers. Hopefully those were okay for you. Oh, good boy, CJ. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. The ad break starts any second now, though, or in about 15 seconds. So, let me know if you get hit with ads, CJ. And if you don't, we'll get you your good boy before or during the ad break. But otherwise, we'll just get that to you afterwards, just to make sure you get the whole thing. Sorry. Any second now. Excuse me, sorry. Goodness. it is. That's somehow easier than rubbing your belly and patting your head. It's still a little weird with my left hand here, but my left is not the dominant one. It's a bottom. That was stupid. Forget I said that. That's not funny. Don't laugh at that. Please. Alright. No ad, CJ. You got it. Okay.
CJ, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us on the streams. Thank you. It's always good to see you, CJ. Always good to see you. And you worked very, very hard this week. And I'm very, very proud of you. You're a very, very good boy, CJ. Good boy. Good boy, CJ. Good boy. Good boy, CJ. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, CJ. Good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy. Good boy, CJ. Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. You're very, very good boy. Good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, CJ, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy.
We haven't had any mic problems tonight. That's nice.
Good boy, CJ. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Oh, look at you. Such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. A very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Such a good boy. Wow, look at you. Such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, CJ. Good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy.
All right. There you go, CJ. Thank you for the redeem square. Thank you. Hopefully that was okay for you. If we don't have any other trigger requests in like another minute or two, we'll probably call it night here in 4 minutes. We'll get the raid going here in about 4 minutes. I think we'll raid Emmy tonight if she's still alive. In a couple minutes. I can't go too late tonight because I'm pretty sure I have another Pokemon Tabletop United session with some friends tomorrow. So, yeah. All right. We'll get that going here in about a minute. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending time with me tonight. Thank you for listening to me yap about Mighty Beans and stuff tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys don't seem to mind it. You guys keep coming back. So, thank you. I get a little, what's the word? Nervous? I don't know. When an ASMR stream is mostly just yaps, because like, oh, that wasn't good ASMR. I just talked the whole time, and I don't even know if that was relaxing because I feel like I got pretty kind of loud sometimes, and I didn't even do like tappies or ice globes or scissor sounds or anything like that. So, I appreciate you guys coming back. it means a lot. Thank you. So, the Grand Blue VOD from yesterday is up now. Went up around 3 p.m. or 2:30. The Monster Hunter VOD will be up in like 2 hours. I'm still uploading that at midnight. But yeah, so the Grand Blue VOD is up if you want to watch me and Grizz beat each other up for 2 hours. But anyway, give me a moment to swap my headphones and we will get the raid going here. We're going to go say hi to Emmy. We have not raided her in quite a while. So I will be right back. Okay. There we go. Please be nice to Emmy. She's very sweet. Please give her a follow. Her ASMR is excellent. She's very good at what she does. And she's very sweet. She's very cozy. Please give her some love. Give her a follow. She deserves it. And I will see you all tomorrow for Sega Saturday 54, second to last one. When we're all done. So the Saturday following number 55, we'll start the process of ranking all 55 games. That may or may not take multiple weeks. We'll see. But yeah, I appreciate love you all very much. Thank you guys for being here. You're all very sweet to me. It means a lot that you guys choose to spend your time with me, your time on this fragile blue marble hurtling through space with little me. I appreciate it lots. Thank you. And thank you for the raid, Nicole. Thank you, Sarah. That's very sweet of you. Thank you for trusting me with your community. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We are scarily close to 1K. It'd be kind of interesting if we hit 1K around the time of our affiliate anniversary, because then we could just roll all these things into one thing. That'd be convenient. Good night, guys. Please be nice to Emmy. She's very sweet. Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye.